Hello student, this is Dr. Priya Deshpande from IICMR MCA department. Today we are going to discuss about the queuing theory. Today's lecture outline is Introduction of Queuing Theory, what are the different elements of queuing theory, then what are the different queuing models, and then what is the use of queuing theory. Queuing theory means waiting line theory. Many times we have experienced standing in queue to avail the service. So, what is the time and cost associated to stand in a queue is studied in queuing theory or waiting line theory. So, today we are going to discuss about this. Basically, the primary goal of queuing theory is finding out the best possible cost associated with the time spent by a customer in a queue. Then there are different analytical models are developed by the scientist, and if the situations are more complex, then to study the queuing theory we use the simulation method. We have experienced waiting line or queue many times in our routine life. So let us take the example of reception desk when we visit any mall or any event. Then the formation of the queue is nothing but the waiting line, and that is studied in waiting line theory. Second example is the number of patients waiting to visit or to consult the doctor in various hospitals. Then number of flights are waiting to get the clearance for runway. And the next example is number of cars waiting at signal. Then number of customers who are standing to maintain the discipline of the mall and waiting for their turn to make the payments. Then printing jobs in press. Then service stations, number of cars or vehicles coming for servicing at service station is the best example of queuing theory. Then movie ticket queue at theater, many times we have experienced this. Then the passengers at railway reservation for booking. So all these are the best examples of waiting line or queue in our routine life. The main objective of study of queuing theory is to find out the optimal cost of the customer who is waiting or standing in a queue to avail the service. So this graph in the figure shows that the optimal point on x-axis where the cost is minimum and the waiting time is also minimum. So this is the graphical representation of finding out the optimal cost and time for the customer who is waiting for in queue before getting the service. To study queuing theory, one must understand what are the different characteristics of queuing theory. So first we are going to study what are the arrival characteristics, what is the queue characteristics, then what are the service facility characteristics, what is in by queue length, and then what is service discipline. To study the arrival characteristics, first we study the size of the population. This is also known as calling population or potential population. The potential population may be infinite or it may be limited. Then we study the arrival pattern of the customers. Poisson distribution is mainly used to study the arrival pattern of the customers in the queuing system. When we use Poisson distribution to study the arrival pattern of the customers, in that case, the average arrival rate of the customers in queuing theory is known to us. Then, average arrival rate is constant for some time period and later on it may be different. It may get changed. Then, number of customers arriving to the system are independent of each other. That is, the inter-arrival time between two customers is not fixed. The current customer may come at say one time unit and the successive customer may come at say 2 units of time, or it may be after 3 units of time, or it may not, the second customer may not come to the system. So that's why it is not fixed. Arrival is independent of each other. The general notation which we use in Poisson distribution is lambda to denote the average arrival rate of the customer per unit time. Here, P of x is the probability of exactly x customers are arriving to the system at 1 unit time period. So, P of x is equal to e raised to minus lambda, lambda raised to x divided by x factorial, which is nothing but the PMF of Poisson distribution. Now let us understand the various types of behavior of the customers who wanted to join the queue. First is reject. If the system is filled to capacity, then arriving unit is rejected. The customer is not able to join the system. Second one is known as balking. Balking means here the customer does not join the queue. He arrives in the system but he does not join the queue. Third one is reneging. Here the customers join the queue and subsequently decide to leave the system. He comes in the system, he joins the queue, he waits for some time in a queue, and later on, before availing the service, the customer wanted to leave the system. The fourth one is collusion. Here the customers collaborate to reduce the waiting line. There may be more than one waiting lines. Then the customers decided to reduce their waiting time by collaborating with each other. Fifth one is jockeying. Here the customer arrives in the system, he or she joins one queue, later on he switches over to the another queue to avail the service. The next one is cycling. Here the customer joins the queue, he or she avails the service, then ideally he should leave the system, but before leaving the system, the customer again joins the queue to avail the service once again. So this is known as a cycling. And the last one is the ideal behavior of the customer. Customer arrives in the system, he joins the queue, he waited for some time in queue, later on he avails the service and then he immediately leaves the system. So this is known as the ideal behavior of the customer. These are the different types of behavior which we have observed many times in our routine life also. Once the arrival pattern is studied, the second important thing in queuing theory is service facility characteristics. It means that how many servers or channels are available in the queuing system to provide the service. Then in how many phases the service is being provided. Then the time taken by the server to serve one customer. It may be fixed, it may be random. Generally, we use exponential distribution to study the service pattern. The general notations which are used to study the exponential distribution is mu and t. Here, the Greek letter mu is used to denote the average service time of the customer. Then time t is the length of the service time. Then P of t, that is probability that the service time will be greater than t, is given by probability that u is greater than or equal to t, which is equal to e raised to minus mu t, which is nothing but the PDF of exponential distribution. Once we understood the arrival pattern, service pattern and number of service channels, service discipline, then one must understand what are the different measures to study the queue performance. So let us understand the different measures which are used to study the queue performance. The first one is rho, which is known as utilization factor, or it may be traffic intensity, or it may be the probability that the server is busy. This rho is a Greek letter which is used for studying of utilization factor. The second one is LQ. Here Q is suffix. This LQ is nothing but average number of customers in queue. Then LS. Here average number of customers in system. Average number of customers in system means number of customers who are waiting in queue plus the one who is getting service at the service channel. Then WQ is nothing but the average waiting time of a customers in queue. WS means average waiting time of a customers in the system. Then we can also find out P naught. P naught means the probability that there are zero number of customers in the system. This is studied to find out the idle time of the servers or the service channels. Then Pn is nothing but the probability that there are exactly n customers in the system. Let us understand all these measures with the help of example. To define or denote any queuing model, the Kendall's notation are used. In Kendall's notation, there are two parts. First part is A/B/C, then colon, and second part is D/E/F. Let us see what is the meaning of each letter in Kendall's notation to denote any queuing model. A always denote the arrival pattern of the customers in the queuing system. Generally, we use M for Poisson distribution, D for deterministic queuing model, and G for general models. Then the letter B is used to denote the service time distribution. Capital M is used for exponential service pattern. Then D is used for deterministic model, and G is used for general. C is number of servers. How many servers are there? How many service channels are there? That is denoted by C in the Kendall's notation. D is nothing but service discipline. Which type of service discipline is adopted in the model? Whether it is first come first serve, whether it is first come last serve, whether it is priority, or whether it is random. So that is denoted by the letter D. Then E is defining the queue length. How many customers can accommodate in the queue is denoted by E, and F is nothing but the calling population. Whether the calling population is finite or infinite, that is denoted by the letter F. The queuing model which we are going to consider here, which we are going to study here, are all following a Poisson distribution as an arrival pattern. Then there is only one service discipline, that is FIFO, that is first come first out. Then there is only one phase, that is only single service channel service is provided. Then there is unlimited queue length. Any number of customers can accommodate in queue, and there is always a steady state condition achieved in the queuing system. So let us see the different models which are denoted by different notations in queuing theory. The real life general examples of queuing models are shown in this table. The different models are defined by different notations. The first one is MM1, that is arrival pattern follows Poisson distribution, service pattern follows exponential distribution, and there is only single service counter, and the real life example is customer service desk in any store. The second example is having arrival pattern follows Poisson distribution, exponential distribution is used to study the service pattern, and there are more than one service channels, that is number of service channels are denoted by S. So that is MMS queuing model. The real life example is airline ticket counters. The customer can book a ticket from any of the counters. The third one is constant service. The real life example is automated car wash, and it is denoted by MD1. It is arrival pattern follows Poisson distribution, service pattern is deterministic, and there is only one server who is providing the service. The general service example is M/G/1. So the real life example is auto repair shop. Sometimes we need to denote, or we need to explain the queue length and calling population. So queue length is denoted by N, while the calling population is denoted by the notation infinity. If the calling population is infinite, then we can use infinity symbol to denote the population. If the calling population is finite, then we have to use capital N notation to denote the calling population. Let us study the very basic and first queuing model, MM1 FCFS infinity infinity. Understand the meaning of each and every notation in the model. The first M stands for arrival pattern. Here the Poisson distribution is used to denote the arrival pattern of the customers. Then second M stands for exponential service time. So the service provided to the customer follows the exponential distribution. The one at third place in the model shows that there is only single server who is providing the service. Then the customers are served on the basis of first come first serve. So service discipline is FCFS. While first infinity symbol denote the queue length. Here infinity means queue length is infinite, that is any number of customers can come and stand in the queue. The second infinity symbol is used to denote the size of the calling population. So calling population is infinite. So the second infinity symbol is defining the size of the population, potential population. Then the lambda is used to denote the average customer arrival rate, while mu is used to denote the average service rate. In this model, the average service rate is always greater than average arrival rate. That is, mu is greater than lambda. The different formulae which are used to find out the various measures in this model are as follows. Average service utilization factor rho is given by lambda upon mu. This is known as the traffic intensity or probability that the server is busy. Second one is average number of customers who are waiting in queue. It is denoted by LQ and it is given by lambda square divided by mu into mu minus lambda. The third important measure is average number of customers in the system, that is denoted by LS, and this LS is defined in terms of average number of customers in queue. So LS is always equal to LQ plus lambda upon mu. The fourth important parameter of the first model is average waiting time of a customer in a queue. It is denoted by WQ, which is equal to LQ upon lambda or lambda upon mu into mu minus lambda. The fifth one is average time spent by the customers in the system. It is denoted by WS, which is equal to WQ plus 1 upon mu. The sixth important parameter is probability that there are zero number of customers present in the system, or this is also known as probability that the server is idle. So it is denoted by P naught and it is equal to 1 minus lambda upon mu or 1 minus rho. The seventh important thing is that probability that there are exactly n customers present in the system. It is denoted by Pn, which is nothing but lambda upon mu whole thing raised to n into P naught. These are the different formulae used to find out the different parameters in the first very basic model MM1 FCFS infinity. Now how to find out the total cost associated with the customer who is waiting and availing the service in the system. The total cost associated in the waiting line is denoted by TC, which is equal to CW into LS plus CS into S. Now CW means cost of customers waiting line per time period, while LS is the average number of customers in the system, CS is the cost of servers per time period, and S is the total number of servers present in the queuing system. Let us understand the very basic and first model with the help of example. Let us say that there is a shopping mall, and in that shopping mall every 15 minutes one customer arrives for shopping. The staff in the mall is only one who is taking 10 minutes to serve a customer on an average. You have to find out the different average queue length, then average system length, and then average waiting time of a customer in a mall. So let us understand the things which are given in the problem situation, represent those things in usual notation, and then go for the calculation. So every 15 minutes one customer arrives in the shopping mall. It means that there are only 4 customers who are coming in the mall per hour. So let us represent the average number of customers who are coming to shopping mall. Lambda is equal to 4 customers per hour. Then the payment counter takes 10 minutes to serve a customer. It means that the server can serve only 6 customers per hour. So we say that average service rate mu is equal to 6 customers per hour. Here the service rate is greater than lambda. There is only one server present in the system. Service discipline is FCFS. Whoever is coming first will avail the service first. Any number of customers can come into the system. So queue length is infinite and calling population is also infinite. So here a very basic model, that is MM1 FCFS is the best suitable model for the situation. We have seen that in the given situation, average service rate mu is greater than average arrival rate. There is only single server. So we can use MM1 FCFS infinity model to find out the different parameters which are asked in the problem situation. So here the average queue length is denoted by LQ, and which is given by lambda square upon mu into mu minus lambda. So here our lambda is 4, mu is 6. So we substitute all the values and we got LQ is equal to 1.333 customers per hour. So that is, we can say that the average number of customers who are waiting in queue per hour is 1.333. Second is average system length. Average system length is denoted by LS, which is nothing but LQ plus lambda upon mu. So LS is equal to 1.333 plus 4 upon 6, which comes out to be 1.999 customers per hour. That is, average system length is 1.999 customers per hour. The third parameter which is asked in the problem is average waiting time of a customers in mall. So which is nothing but WS. WS is calculated as lambda upon mu into mu minus lambda. So after substituting the value of mu and lambda, we get WS is equal to 0.333 hours. So if we convert these hours into minutes, we can say that the average waiting time of a customer in mall is around 19.999 minutes. Let us discuss another example of the same model. In a quality control department of a tool making company is manned by a single clerk who takes on an average 12 machines per hour in checking parts of each of the machine coming to the department for inspection. The machine arrives 6 per hour on an average. You have to find out average number of machines in quality control department, average time spent by the machine in quality control department, and probability that there will be exactly 2 machines in quality control department. So let us convert the information into notation. Here there is only single clerk. The arrival pattern follows Poisson distribution. Service pattern follows exponential distribution. The first service discipline is first come first serve, and hence we can say that the model which is suitable for this problem situation is MM1 FCFS infinity. So let us denote the information. Lambda is equal to 10 machines per hour. Then service rate mu is equal to 12 machines per hour. Then here service rate mu is greater than lambda. Service channels is equal to 1. Service discipline is first come first serve. Queue length is infinite and calling population is also infinite. So let us calculate the different parameters which are asked in the problem situation one by one. So as we have already discussed in earlier slide that the MM1 FCFS infinity is the best suitable model for this situation. So let us find out the average queue length in the quality control department, which is equal to LQ, and it is calculated by lambda square upon mu into mu minus lambda. So substitute the values of lambda is equal to 10 and mu is equal to 12 in the given formula, and we get LQ is equal to 0.833 machines per hour. The average number of machines waiting in quality control department is 0.33 machines per hour. Second parameter is average waiting time of the machine in the quality control department, which is WS. So which is nothing but lambda upon mu into mu minus lambda. So substituting lambda is equal to 10 and mu is equal to 12, we get WS is equal to 0.4166 hours. So that is average waiting time of a machine in quality control department is 0.4166 hours, or around 24.99 minutes in the quality control department. Let us find out the third parameter, probability that there will be exactly 2 machines in the quality control department. So we can say that it is equal to Pn, where n is equal to 2, and the formula is lambda upon mu whole thing raised to n into P naught. Here n is equal to 2 and P naught is equal to 1 minus lambda upon mu. So let us find out P2 is equal to 10 divided by 12 whole thing raised to 2 into 1 minus in bracket 10 upon 12, and finally we get P2 is equal to 0.115693. That is, probability that there will be exactly 2 machines in quality control department is around 11.56%. So I hope you are clear the concept of MM1 in FCFS infinity queuing model with this example. Thank you.